Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Agnes. If you are new here, so am I. Thank you for clicking on this video. Before I get into today's video, I want to say a massive thank you to all my lovely new subscribers. I am so grateful to have you. Please excuse my voice if I sound all stuffed up. I've managed to catch the cold, so I do apologise. But as the title suggests, today I am going to be unboxing the incredible Aleana Practice hand. Aleana Hand is a company based in Lisbon, Portugal, specialising in creating the most realistic and lifelike practice hands in the market, capturing even the tiniest details such as freckles, veins and skin texture, allowing you to practice doing nails as if you were working on a real human. There's lots of practice hands on the market, but the Aleana Hand is like the Gucci of practice hands. So whether you are a beginner nail tech struggling to get models or clients, or if you're a content creator looking to showcase your work, the Aleana Hand allows you to practice or work in your own time. Or in my case, I recently had an operation on my spine, so I am unable to work on my clients for quite some time. So the Aleana Hand is going to enable me to keep doing what I love in my own time and to film videos for YouTube, which has quite quickly become a big passion of mine. Without any further ado, let's get this box open. I ordered directly from their website, so it came all the way from Lisbon. I live in Scotland, so I waited, I think it was around a week and a half for it to arrive. And I could barely contain my excitement waiting on it to be delivered. So here I am, super excited to have this box finally here and opened. They sell full and half practice hands, as well as single fingers, practice V, and they also have tattooed options. I got the full hand, which comes in 3 shapes, the Anais, which is the one I got, and Alexandra female hands. Anais being the more model-like hand with thin long fingers and narrow nail beds, while the Alexandra is slightly more wider from what I've heard, with shorter nail beds and more prominent detailing. I got the Anais one, but I would like to get the Alexandra at some point as well. The company also prides themselves for having the world's first male practice hand, which is the Axel, and that's the 3rd shape option. So like I said, my hand is the Anais one. I got it in the colour Winter, which they describe as being light coloured skin tone with neutral undertone. You can pick right or left. I picked left. They also give you the choice of posable or flexible. I picked flexible. The posable hand will have wire in the fingers, so you can bend the nails into position and they will stay posed that way, whereas the flexible is just silicone inside, so you cannot manipulate the fingers. From my research, the flexible option is more realistic and human-like. They give you the choice of the finish between block colour or lifelike effect with advanced colouring of details. This comes at an additional cost of £27. The way I see it is she's not cheap. Like I said, she is the Gucci of practice hands. So if you're going to spend the money, you might as well go for the whole shebang, spend that little bit extra to have it done realistic, and trust me, it's going to be so worth it. Okay, enough talking, let's get her out. First impressions from holding her, she has a fair bit of weight to her, you know. Definitely feels like quality. So here I am messing about with it, appreciating how realistic she is. Side by side next to my hand, the detailing is absolutely spot on. I love the colouring and I'm getting quite a bit of hand envy. Look at the dinky little fingers. Close up you can see all the veins, skin texture, it's truly amazing and kind of creepy at the same time. Side by side palms. In a strange way, her hand looks more realistic than mine's. Quite strong lines between the thumb and the index. Again, some vein detailing going down the wrist, and the fabulous Aleana logo at the bottom. Really nice finish, and then you've got the hole there to attach it to the holder. Just showing you some finger movement now. I did a lot of research before purchasing the Aleana Hand, and I feel like no matter how many videos I watched, I didn't get a good idea of how the fingers move as if you were working on her. So I'm trying to be really thorough, and in the end of the video I'm also showing you myself working on her nails. So there she is in all her glory. Need to think of a name for her now. I got the full hand starter kit, so it comes with everything you need. This is heavy, so this will be the stone base for the hand holder. And I'm just going to take everything out the box. This is the silicone mat. And the holder for the practice hand. You also get a choice of their basic tips in clear or natural. I got the clear ones. So there we have all the contents of the box. First I'm going to open the stone base, which comes in Arctic White, Iced White, Sparkling Black Silestone, Black Granite, which is the one I got, or Green Marble, although it didn't appear on the website, but it is on the little sticker on there. My partner is a stonemason and he said this is what they would use for kitchen worktops, so this stuff is like quality. I'm really happy with the colour choice, and as you can see it's really nicely branded as well with the Aleana logo. The base does look rough, so I'll probably add some felt or foam stickers. It does seem to have some sort of residue around the sides, so I will give that a clean later on. And then we have the holder, which will attach to the stone base. At the back, as you can see, you've got some instructions there. Let's open this up. So here we have the holder, which will attach to the stone base, and here we have the magnetic attachment for the holder if you are using just a single finger or the half hand. If you're using the full hand, you would pull the extension out and pop the hand on here. Quick little satisfying peeling moment there. There's a little knob to the side of the holder which you can unlock to choose how you want to position your hand, and then you would twist the knob again to lock it in place. There's a sticker at the bottom to attach to the stone base. Going to clean the stone base before attaching it. I'm using 99.9% alcohol, wiping over, and I did get a little fright here going over the logo. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it could make the ink bleed, so be careful with the 99.9% alcohol or acetone. Would maybe avoid using those and maybe just use like window cleaner maybe. Okay, this stuff is sticky. I'm just going to include the original audio here. Listen to the whip. Wow. Okay, make sure you're sure where you want to place this, because girl, once you put it down, this thing ain't coming off again, ever, like ever. Solid. It then has like a further suction thing at the bottom. You want to just push this lever down, and honestly I could swing this thing by the holder and the stone wouldn't go flying anywhere. Okay, all jokes aside, or maybe not quite yet, you want to slide the hand on, pushing it all the way down until you feel resistance. Choose which position you like and then twist the knob to secure it in place. And with that being said, I have lost all my dignity. Anyway, here she is. She does gather quite a bit of dust because she is made of silicone, therefore it's like a rubbery texture. So a lint roller or a sellotape on hand is an absolute must, just to keep her nice and clean. She's really sturdy, but you've got lots of movement to allow you to work easily, and the mechanism on the holder is really strong. Just showing you some movement of the fingers again. I'm really excited about this silicone mat. As you can see, I have a dust extractor, my lovely Vodex, which I never stop praising about, but it's installed onto my table, so it will be fab to hide it when I'm filming and not using my dust extractor. And of course it's great for protecting your work surface, and I've also seen people mix gel polish on it or use it for different nail art needs. To take the hand off, you just want to sort of give her a little wiggle and pull her off. Please excuse the horrible yellow bruising on my hand, it's from my operation. I filmed this video about 3 weeks ago, and at that point it was still really quite visible. To attach the magnetic base, unscrew or loosen the toggle on the back of the attachment, pop it on, and I really mean it needs to pop onto the ball on the holder, then tighten the toggle. Here's a side view of me doing that. You can then choose to extend it out towards you where it's comfortable. It's now ready to be used with the magnetic single finger or the half hand. I don't have either of them myself, but I'm showing you here how strong this magnet is using my cat's eye wand. Using sellotape here to remove dust particles, I'm going to go ahead and try doing some nails on her. I'm going to be using the clear full cover nails. I've already gone ahead and taken the natural coloured nails off. I'm placing the nails on. Tip first, I am pushing them into their slots in the silicone. Using a wax pencil, I am marking where the cuticle begins. Using tweezers, I'm pulling the nails out and putting them on the mat. Then I've laid out the same nail tips, but one size up for each nail. I'm going to attach these to the nails that will go inside the practice hand. The nail going inside the practice hand being a negative and the one we are going to be working on being the positive. I'm going to etch the outside of the negative and the inside of the positive. I'm going to attach the nails to one another, so this will help with the adhesion. I'm using the Willow Academy drill bit in penny for the inside of the nail tip and just an ordinary file for the negative. This is why I marked where the cuticle begins, so I know how far to etch and where to apply the positive. Using Glitter Bell's acrylic system, I'm using their clear acrylic and glass lippers. I'm going to apply the bead of acrylic on the etched area of the negative and pressing the positive on top. There goes my bead of acrylic. I'm not really worrying about this being too perfect. I'm going to go ahead and place a positive on top. This is why the etching is really good. We know exactly how far to place it. I'll have held that for about 30 seconds until it's hardened. And then I'm going to do the same for all 5 nails. Don't worry, I'm going to speed forward. And there we have all 5 nails. And then I'm going to switch on my trusty Vodex because we don't want to be breathing in any nasty plastics. I'm not worrying about this being perfect, I'm just roughening up the surface for the gel polish application, and then I'm tidying up the edges and the tip of the nail, making sure it's all nice and square. Going over with a fine buffer to make sure everything is nice and smooth. That's what it should then look like, and then I'm going to do the same for all the other nails. I'm going to wipe clean with acetone, and then I'm going to slide these into her nail gaps. Aleana advised you to add a little water on her fake nail bed before putting them in. This should help them stay in place. I feel this is optional. Personally, I didn't feel like I had to do this. It was very sturdy anyway. And there are lots of ways to prep the nails as well. You can work directly on the hand, gluing the tips, filing on her, etc. Main purpose for my purchase was to practice nail art on it. So personally, I don't want to risk soiling her by working directly on her, especially because she is a bit of an investment. Which brings me to talk about the price point. While I talk about this, I'll let you watch some snippets of me working on her in my last video, doing some funky SpongeBob SquarePants nail art. You can go check out this video by clicking on the link. It should appear on the screen just about now. So obviously the company is in Portugal, Europe. Therefore my invoice is in euros. I got the Practice Lifelike full hand starter kit, which is €291.10. Aleana had emailed me an exclusive discount for 15% off. I'm assuming that's because I had it in my basket for some time, so this took it down to €247.44. The DHL shipping to the UK was €31.74, so altogether that's €279.18. Convert that to pound, that's £240.11. Bearing in mind I am in the UK, which no longer is part of EU, so I was expecting to pay some tax on it as well. Not gonna lie, it did catch me off guard a bit when the customs called and said I had a balance of £76.08 to pay for import tax and VAT, etc. So the grand total does come to £316.19, which is really deflating. However, I do not regret this purchase one bit. Based on this price point, Aleana seemed to target the content creator market, perhaps more so than the beginner nail tech starting with nothing, as there are cheaper options on the market. But as a nail tech of 6 years, having built up all my tools and products that one can only have ever dreamt of, and with a passion for creating YouTube videos, I see this as a great investment at this point in my journey. I'm a great believer in investing in my craft, as my mother taught me growing up. Money comes and goes, and I really want to invest in YouTube and in producing quality videos, hoping that one day I will be reaping the rewards of me having given it my 100%. Speaking of reaping the rewards, this brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed watching and found it helpful, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would help me out so much. I get so excited over each and every single subbie. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye!